Hello everyone, it's Kelly here from Spiritual Awakening Signs, coming to you today with a video all about spirit animals. This is a topic I think you'll really enjoy it, and they can bring you incredible messages and guidance and wisdom, and they've been a really big part of my awakening journey. So I'm looking forward to sharing this with you and making it something that can be a larger part of your awakening and the guidance that you get from the universe. So we're going to get into today, we're going to talk about what spirit animals actually are and how they can guide you forward with their wisdom and their messages. So we're going to talk about things like how to spot them, you know, where they're going to show up in your life, how to find out what spiritual message they have for you. And I'm also interested to hear anyone's spirit animals that they resonate with, anything that's been showing up recently. I'm going to go into a bit how you can find their message, but I'm going to share with you the reason why I'm actually bringing up this video is because my partner and I had an experience of a spirit animal the other day, and it was really bizarre, and I want to show you how it can go against your perceptions. Okay, so it can be something totally against your perceptions. So when my partner and I, kind of towards the beginning when we kind of got together, I remember we had this one time where he was telling me about how he'd always had this issue when he was a kid, and he used to draw dots. He would draw these little circles. He would draw and draw and draw them. He said he used to draw them all the time, and then it would start to freak me out. I didn't know what that was. And as he started to talk about it, all these past life memories came up, and this one in particular came up that was to do with the plague, and it was all to do about how he'd caught the plague. And I think, if I remember rightly, the vision we had was that the rats had eaten him, he'd been left to die. It was a really traumatic past life experience, and it was all to do with rats. And as a result of that, throughout this lifetime, rats had been a source of absolute terror. I mean, to the level of phobia. He was absolutely terrified and paralysed by rats. So we knew when that came up, it was like, okay, past life thing, understandable, you know, rats carry disease and there's this awful plague past life memory. So we knew we had to clear it, and we did. But it still had a bit of an issue, and rats have showed up a few times, and more recently, just a few months ago, my partner actually said to me, he said, I keep getting images of rats below the floorboards. He says, it's really freaking me out. This is really weird. It's like, it's almost as if I can sense the warmth of them moving underneath my feet. It's really bizarre kind of intuition to get. And we were both like, that can't be the case, because, you know, no one else is complaining about it. Like, we're not having any issues. Like, doesn't seem to be an issue where we live. So that was fine. And we left it at that. And then just a few days ago, we were out walking, and we're in a busy park. There's lots of people kind of walking around, although it's very rural. And we're walking, there's all these other animals, there's birds, there's geese, there's, you know, there's like, we could see magpies, there's frogs, there's like all this different stuff. And quite a lot of people, there's dogs, you know, people are walking their dogs. And all of a sudden, we look to the side of us just a few feet away, and there is a rat on the grass, plain as day. We've never seen a rat there before. But the strange thing about this rat is that it had a different reaction to what my partner had before. Now, my partner would have been terrified because of this past life memory and all the stuff that's happened, but he didn't. He was like, there's a rat. And we looked over, and it didn't look like a kind of scary sewer rat. It was almost like a field mouse, you know, that kind of, it was quite cute. And we looked over and we're like, there's a rat, like right next to us. And it was just going about its business, sticking about in the grass, doing what it wanted to do. And we were both like, what is that? And it took me a moment, because it was so bizarre amongst so many people for an animal not to scurry away, for it not to be frightened, for it not to be alarmed by dogs and children and things like that. And I knew when that happened, and that's the sign you want to look out for. When something like that happens, it's like, you know, it's kind of an indicator that something's up. You know, you're like, this doesn't make sense, this is bizarre. That's a sign that you are in the presence of a spirit animal, and the animal is showing up for a reason. And we'd been talking about all the plans that we had. He'd been talking about some projects he'd had, and we were kind of talking about how we would manage, you know, how, like, this is quite a big undertaking, how we're going to manage all that. And this wonderful spirit animal showed up, and it was all about kind of moving out of survival and leaving those kind of patterns behind, and being in a place where you can achieve your goals, your dreams, everything can work out okay. And we were both like, great, high five, like, we got a spirit animal. It was so awesome. So these things can happen often, and you need to be on the lookout for that. But you'll know, because it has that weird kind of like, what is that animal doing there? Why is nobody else kind of noticing how weird this is? Or why is it not reacting to me? There's got to be something odd about it that makes you take notice. That's when you know it's a spirit animal. So kind of like me. And if you want to look up the meaning, the best way to do it that I've found is just to get out your phone and put into Google whatever the name of the animal is and spirit animal meaning. Okay, if you do that, there are many different sites on, and what I would say is go for the 3 times rule. So take a look at the spirit animal, click on the site, have a little browse through what it says. Certain things may pop out to you, and if you do that 3 times in total, you'll notice that there is a theme. There is one particular message or one particular thing that has been the same over 3, and that's usually how I kind of get the confirmation of exactly what the message is for me. And you'll feel it when you read it, you'll know what resonates. So just literally go into Google, say, like for me it was rat spirit animal meaning. Go through 3 of them and look for what's standing out, and you'll get your answer. It's great. Let us know what spirit animals are showing up for you, and let me know if you found out what meaning it was and if it really resonated with you, because that's just so exciting. It's fantastic. Also, remember to click below to be notified whenever we go live and to see all the new videos that we put up as well. We want to share these with you, and of course I need you guys all to be there, otherwise it's just me talking to myself about spirituality, which I usually do. So you guys have a good day, take care, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.